Mei Nam is a very shy and insecure person. Adolescent girl with a box over her head. She has a headache all the time, unusual ailment causing her to. She honestly feels she despises her own face, saying she is the most unattractive person on the planet. And must be concealed from. In fact, she hasn't glanced at any of them herself in the mirror for more than 3 years, and has never left the house. Mei Nam either lives with her or not. Mr. Bond, her father, and her brother Plowin. They are constantly concerned about her. Plowin arrives home in the evening with a sprained elbow and confesses to stealing. To keep from getting into trouble, he draws his father's attention away from his. Because of this, my sister has become a real lunatic. Mei Nam's health improves as well, suffers regular panic episodes, and when she gets worried, she has difficulty breathing. The statement made by Plowin is hurtful to her. Mr. Bond, who makes it difficult for her to breathe, had become accustomed to her reactions. Perhaps the last few years have helped her relax. Nam then tells the narrative of her life in her blog about how she turned unattractive. Duckling, it may surprise some folks that she lived for the first 13 years of her life. Mei Nam was just like any other regular individual, had a social life and pals as well as self-assured, but then insecure. She fell in love with him in middle school. She was the most attractive boy in her class, so in love with him that one day, she declared her love in front of. But, to her dismay, the boy, instead of reciprocating her sentiments, he tossed her present to the ground and he even labeled her the ugliest female he'd ever seen, requested that she wear a sack over her head, claiming her face is a jump scare. Her students all followed the guy's lead. The event resulted in her being labeled ugly. Was really traumatic for the poor girl, that she isolated herself from everyone else. Mr. refused to return to school. Bond attempted everything he could to persuade her differently, but after finding she is, he let her go since he was facing a serious dilemma. Mei Nam was homeschooled following the event, didn't glance in the mirror for a long time, a year, and didn't go outside once, till one day, while she was outside the home attempting to recover a trapped balloon, a stranger approached her and made her an offer. Please assist Mei Nam in placing a paper bag as soon as possible over her head to conceal her face at that time. She discovered the most important. When her face is straight, she is confident. Felt covered the location of the bag. Exactly so, almost as if she had discovered her true love as a result. Since that day, she has never revealed anyone's face. The sack ultimately became a box, since it was more durable for her family. Occasionally catches a glimpse of her face. Mei Nam likes to remain concealed, even from himself. She barely ever allows herself to look at them. Mei Nam likes looking in the mirror the most. Her time by conversing with her anonymously. Social media users, she feels more at ease, since no one can see each other's. Mr. Bond's face the next day to her physician and requests an immediate. The doctor prescribed a treatment for her illness. She explains that Mei Nam is not ill, has an unusual condition widely known. In Japan, this is known as hikikomori, living adolescents or young adults, shut away from the rest of the world, bedroom for several days, months, or even years, refusing to interact with someone. Mei Nam's situation, according to the doctor, is not too serious because she continues to speak to her family, implying she has a opportunity to socialize with others. If she is compelled to go out, her only option is. The issue is that she is afraid of the doctor. Mr. Bond is advised to get his daughter out before she also disconnects her family. Mei Nam eats with a straw at supper, refused to remove the heavy box. Mr. Bond instructs his children to. The siblings pay close attention to him, not allowing him to speak and assuming he. Mr. Bond suggests that he has cancer or that he is homosexual. Both claims are rejected, and admits that he wants Mei Nam to accompany her to school. Mei Nam believes that the brothers will begin tomorrow. He is kidding and retaliates like he has previously expected, but not this time. Mr. Bond give up to her obstinacy and steadfast in his commitment, even as Plowin is taken aback by his father's insistence. Mei Nam professes her hatred for him and dashes away to her room, crying for the. She is worried about tomorrow in the next hour, certain that she will be bullied for. Yet she prefers to be bullied to being labeled unattractive in order to make her feel better. Plowin should fetch her a new box, replace the previous one, and offers to assist. Following that, she decorates it, first time out of the box, and displays anything but a normal face. Plowin promises her that he will not let others mock her, but does not make her feel any better. Siblings paint the new May box. Mr. Bond drives the following morning. While plowing, he takes his children to school, walks in. Mei Nam, after getting out of the automobile, begins to hyperventilate beneath the box. Mr. Bond provides soothing music to assist her, and encourages her to travel to Mei Nam, apologizes for being unkind to him last night and praised him for attempting. As soon as she leaves, Mr. Bond assists her, also breaks down in tears, frightened for his. Mei Nam, her daughter, clutches her breath and finally enters the school. The brilliant box on her head does not go away. Everyone begins to point unnoticedly her and whisper, causing her to worry. Their laughter reminds her even more of the. Throughout those years, she had been humiliated. Mei Nam becomes disoriented and is about to pass out. Leave the room, but a man arrives to assist her. He is also wearing a helmet at this time, which makes her feel a little better. The person introduces himself as Minton, but she doesn't recognize him, becomes nervous and flees while she is. She unintentionally runs into the Zero, the most popular boy in school, and his pals request that she take the box off, intrigued about her appearance when they surround Maenam because he refuses to do so. They are attempting to force it off of her. Minton comes to a halt and removes his Zero and removes his helmet to show his face. Minton gaze angrily at each other, and, choosing to resolve the disagreement outside the house, Minton then takes Maenam's hand in his and abducts her in the following. She is uncomfortable standing in front of the scene. The instructor has been informed of the class about her predicament, so she asks for the students are expected to respect her privacy. Yet, as regular teens, they begin to push her into showing them her face. Mint belongs to the same category. He is enraged by his classmates' behavior. Maenam's demeanor. Maenam walks softly to the final seat and keeps her head down. Most of the time during the lunch hour, she walks to the cafeteria in search of, yet she can't seem to locate him anywhere. The students keep gazing and a few guys see her and speak about her eating while wearing the box on her head and compel her to remove it in front of everyone. They bully her, but she laughs instead. Eventually, Maenam abandons her unfinished food and rushes outside in tears. When she is alone in the playground, Minton appears alongside her unexpectedly, wearing a helmet that she believes is to protect her. Minton clarifies her mockery for her package, because he just enjoys the way he appears with. He then divides his food while wearing the helmet, since she was unable to eat. Maenam earlier feels a lot more. After that, I felt at ease chatting with him. They laugh and joke about her, but suddenly she appears, declares that she will not be attending school. The next day, Minton claims that he is her buddy and encourages her to attend despite the fact that, after school, Mint is solely for him. And the bully Zero met as they had planned. They promised they would have a verbal disagreement as a result of their differences. Minton makes fun of Zero for continually walking with his henchmen and challenges. Zero challenges him to a one-on-one fight and takes a step forward after asking his buddies to return. Minton lands the initial punch, but Zero responds with an. Maenam is delivering an equally strong punch while she is on her way back home and witnesses. They were soon battling with the cops. And the lads must split up. On his way out, Zero notices her and yanks. After fleeing, he took her with him. He pushes the box off her in a calm spot. In a dramatic moment, he sets his eyes on her face and is rendered speechless. The sight, but Maenam believes he is looking at her because she is beautiful. Recollections of her prior trauma continue to play in her skull, and she collapses. When Maenam eventually awakens, she discovers herself in the hospital bed alone. She quickly begins to panic. Must be given a face mask to relax. Her father regrets forcing her to marry. He blames himself for forcing her to attend school, for allowing her to be hospitalized and her to stay at home as she desired. Maenam, to everyone's amazement, declares she merely wishes to return to school because she wishes to get revenge on Zero for forcing her to remove the box. The next day, Zero is on his own. He is perplexed when thinking about May as to why she would conceal her face when Maenam was stunning at the time. Approaches and smacks him across the face. What he did yesterday when his minions were present. Attempts to approach her are thwarted by Zero. He attempts to remove her face mask again. They take off but are stopped by Minton. Because of her, into another battle, but she brings them both to a halt. Apart from the news concerning the two gorgeous males vying for the box head girl, Maenam spread around the school, shouts at the men for ruining her life. Even more challenging when Minton claims he merely wanted to help her and had no intention of laughing. Is certain that Minton is drawn to her. Minton, like him, is aware of Zero, is attempting to contact Maenam and inquires. If true, he is a frazzled Zero. Denies referring to Maenam as ugly. Statement brings up memories of her trauma and renders her unconscious once again. Mint. While Zero is left behind to assist her. Jealousy. Maenam returns to work the next day. She refuses to come during her insecure period. Mr. Go out of her room and stop talking to anyone. Bon and Plum are arguing over something can do to assist her. When a phone call comes in, Zero has approached them from outside their home, coming to apologize to Maenam for his behavior. Plon, though, refuses to let him in. Accused him of returning Maenam to depression's downward spiral. The following. Minton arrives in the morning to cheer her up, but she refuses to allow him into her room. She wears a dress in response to his constant requests, face mask, and, to her surprise, meets him. He built a duck cage for her to use to conceal her face. Maenam is powerless to stop himself. Burst out laughing at the sight he'd created. They also constructed a duck helmet for themselves, wear their appropriate headgear, and go to form the band Daft Punk. Really, they just eat mint together. Promise to look after her and persuade her to return to school. He drives her to school the next morning. When Maenam is alone himself, Zero approaches her and attempts to make amends, but Plowin disturbs them and sends him away. Later in the lesson, a female called Ozone approaches Maenam and asks her a question. As a favor, it turns out that a rumor was correct. concerning Mainam since there has been no dating. He's been going around the school since he arrived. Mainam may wish to listen to her. To prevent him from bullying others, Mainam denies any involvement with him and even storms away during lunch. A swarm of people begged her for a break, similar favors, but she declines all of them. Down, but she is then notified that Zero is chastising her brother for rushing to check on him. She discovers Zero's pals, bringing him to his knees makes. They come to a halt and swear that Plowin initiated it all. During the fight, an enraged Mainam yells at him for being a crook who victimizes the weak. Pupils for cash as well as homework. Zero glances in astonishment at his minions, since he had told them not to bully someone who is weaker than them. Nam requests that he cease hurting others. In turn, she is urged to remove her boxif. He swears to never mention her name again if she does so. Violence for personal gain with no other motivation. Mainam takes the initiative to assist everyone. Everyone is shocked as she takes the box off and shows her face. She embraced after being stunned by the sight. Minton was sobbing because everyone saw her. He is shocked to see her today, the first time, but concentrates on soothing her. Plowin, on the other hand, depicts her later at home. Everyone's comments under a photo. Despite the fact that the remarks are positive, it does not persuade me that. She penetrates her and she is stunning. Roman notices that the window is open. Zero pops out of nowhere and requests that he apologized for calling her out loud unattractive and acknowledges that she is he had never seen a more lovely woman. Once he leaves, his remarks continue. Maywin asks her again and again in her head internet buddy to examine a photograph of her on the school's website. When the companion, Mainam, exclaims how adorable she is, ultimately understands that they must be. For the first time in my life, I'm telling the truth. She comes out with a book after more than 3 years. She looks in the mirror and realizes she is so stunning that she nearly does not exist. Believing her eyes the next day, Mainam does not bring the package to school. All of the students are staring at her, as well as gossip. But this time they are not mocking, but are more taken by her attractiveness. Despite the fact that Mainam feels nervous, she will begin a new life with confidence. Never previously subscribed for more videos like these, activate notifications and give it a like to support the channel.